supposed to join the game?
There's no way you would have joined fast enough.
Oh, okay. Like you got in the last second. So wait, you're in the game then, right?
Yeah, well, they invited me because I told them, like, can you invite us? And he said, you want to
Oh,
cast?
okay.
And I was like, yes. And he invited me and then, like, immediately pressed go.
Oh, no, no, it's no problem then. You can totally solo cast this.
Yeah, I can, but I don't want to. I have to try and tell them afterwards, like, could you wait a second? Oh, well.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, solo cast, go. It's only revenge for all the times I make Rifkin solo cast. That's fine. But in the bottom position on merry-go-round in game number 1 of the second best of 3 series, it is the Red Zerg Penguin. In the upper left, as the Blue Zerg, it is Ragnarok. Is he on a team anymore? Ragnarok, SC2, to the Google. Actually, I don't think he is. Yeah, because he was on LGIM, and then he was on a Zubu. So I don't know where he is right now. But he's here, and that's pretty awesome. I love... This is a really big opportunity. Well, nothing's happening, by the way. So this is a good opportunity to talk about the Oli Malik. So pretty much what was happening was, pretty much all of the Axiom guys. The players, Olivia, Total Biscuit, they all think that the Korean scene needs a little more. Like, they always come and dominate our tournaments, and there's no denying that. So they still, like, their top tiers do get money, but when it comes to their mid and low, there's actually nothing but GSL and Pro League. And obviously, you have to be on a Pro League team to be in Pro League, and GSL is, 3 times a year. That's not a lot of playing time or even chances to get money. Unlike all these small tournaments we have, especially for, like, the Europeans, and also some circumstances the North Americans. So they just decided to, try and do this weekly thing, kind of like the ye old, I forget the name right now, but the ESV Weekly, that's what it was. And it's not a whole lot of cash, but you guys, all your patrons, Fear Dragon included, he does have a video that I really do have to show. Like, I can't forget this entire time. But they're helping us out. We're going to have a monthly tournament, too, to help them out, give a little more cash into the scene. But it's a chance for guys like Ragnarok or guys like, who don't have a lot of either a team or a lot of fame or a lot of chances to show themselves, to actually show themselves. And say, like, hey, like, besides, like, all those top-tier Koreans that you guys always see, there's also us, too, and we're kind of good, too. So I just jumped at the idea when, like, I don't know why Rifkin said it in such an offhand manner. He should have known that I was going to be excited, but he was like, she's doing this thing, and, like, do you want to, like, invest into it? And I'm like, yes? What are you talking about? Like, this sounds amazing. And now it's finally here. I actually don't know when the monthly tournament is, by the way. I don't know what the details are being planned for that one. I guess it would be at the end of the month, but sometimes it's, like, the first week of the next month. I don't know. But we'll certainly keep you guys up to date. So, I really meant it when I said nothing was happening. These guys expanded, they got their pools, they're getting pretty identical builds right now. Actually, Penguin, okay, they were identical until the gas came into effect. So Ragnarok going for this metabolic boost, Penguin going for the gasless. It's kind of a stylistic thing. I think like 2 months ago, I would say, you were getting almost every Zerg going gasless. It was like the flavor of the month type of thing. But now it's back to just being a choice. Do you want to be in control of the game? Do you want to get more economy? I think a lot of it changed because people did find ways to beat back the high economy, nice defense of the gasless by taking their own third faster, or actually that was pretty much what happened. If you expanded without gas, taking a third was really, really hard, so the person who did expand with gas just expanded to the third faster. That's actually what happened. See? Ragnar taking a third, it's already almost halfway done. Penguin still chilling, still waiting. That third's not going to come down for a while. I don't actually think he knows that he took the expansion either. Nope. The Lings tried to get in. I think they got killed around here. So he has no idea the third's there. I just know gas was taken, though. Oh, that's right. I keep pressing C because I think I'm going to be on Rifkin's camera. I'm not. 2 Evo chambers. You do usually get double upgrades for these roaches when you go gasless. He's actually getting all 4 at the same time. I feel like usually you start 2 at 5 minutes, so this is pretty late. But obviously very accelerated. I gotta say, like, I know nothing's really happened so far, but I just feel better for Ragnarok. I would be the type of player who always goes Speedling expand, though, because I like having that control of the pace of the game, like having that scouting information, so I'm probably pretty biased, but, you know, with this fast third, the faster lair, he's already going into roaches, like, at the exact same time Penguin is. I'm feeling pretty good for Ragnarok. Oh, Ling actually got in. Saw the lair timing. You know, Ragnarok's got to be probably a little confused. 720, even with the gases expand, with how non-aggressive Ragnarok's been, you'd think Penguin would have already taken this expansion, so right to be a little worried as to what would be happening in his main base. Oh, this Obo's gonna die. Nope, come back. Come back, Queens. No? Okay. Okay, whatever. One thing Penguin does have going for him, which you usually have when you go for this type of build, is you do have the double upgrades. Usually it doesn't matter that much when it comes to 1-1. Me and Riff can always talk about this. It only comes really into effect with 2-2, because like the difference of the 7 roaches or however much it is when you don't get that second upgrade is usually better to have the more roaches opposed to the upgrades. But if you can hold on, like getting that 2-2 advantage, you know, even if you can get a 3-3 advantage, as many times as that happens in a ZVZ, it's pretty darn good. But it is the question of can he hold on. And actually Ragnarok started his own second Evo chamber. So he's going to have +1/+1, but one's just going to be really lopsided. The timing was pretty off. This has to be the most passive ZVZ I've seen in a while. I mean, even if both players go gasless, like, something happens. I swear, like, Overlords die or something. And Ragnarok going speed, usually they try really hard. They get, like, 20 lings just to go around the map and then eventually try and deny the third. Because sometimes the roaches are so far away with 20 speedlings surrounding a hatchery, you can actually cancel it or even kill it before they notice and react, which is definitely worth it. But not in this game, man. Not in this game. Oh, actually, here they are. Look at that. And they are rallied to go ahead and try and kill it. This actually might be... No. I don't think Penguin's getting ready to move out. Again, his scouting information has just been a little bit less... Well, he has an overseer over the roaches, but... He knows that he's not going to be able to bust that. There's no opportune time, even with his upgrade lead, that he'll be able to bust this if, you know... Especially if Ragnarok knows it's coming and has a concave. So Penguin's the one who's going to be a little more defensive. And as you can see, he's already set up the concave. He has a spine crawler. He has a couple of queens. Oh, this is going to be a really nice attack. Ragnarok coming in from this side, but also into the right with the lings. Very, very nice. This is the benefit of having speedlings, by the way. Like, I know usually speedlings are, you know, early game only ZVZ, but you can be surprised at how much they can do in the mid and even the late game if you just make 20 and run around. They don't get a whole lot done, but they do survive for later. And now Penguin's in this really precarious position where he's like, I don't have any vision over on that side. And this is something I gotta worry about. I can't just let 10 drones die because I'm too worried of the attack to the west. No one's chosen to go for Roach Burrow or Hydras. Usually it's one or the other. We have Burrow on the way for Ragnarok, but no Tongue and Claws. They might actually just get maxed out. I mean, if they're going to be really passive, usually we see like one player go for the Roach Burrow, another player go for the Hydralisk, and then who's going to win. And there it goes. Ragnarok actually does start it. But there's also always that chance they go to 200 roaches and just, you know, butt heads repeatedly, and it's a little, a little monotonous. Penguin, though, I think well, actually, it's a Contaminate from Ragnarok on the +2. Considering his own +2/+2 is pretty far behind, that's definitely worth it. Ragnarok is maxed out. Penguin, I mean, he pretty much is as well. He has a spine... Oh, actually, he had a spine crawler. I don't know where it went to. But with a good concave, he should be able to do this. The upgrades are, in fact, even. Ragnarok choosing a really great time to go ahead and do this. His Burrow's almost done as well, and Penguin does not have an Overseer over here. If he notices that, he could definitely start using that micro or just, you know, be able to run away. Equally as useful. I'm not quite sure who's going to win this. 30 to 28 roaches is actually super, super close. Of course, Penguin should have defender's advantage. And he does recognize that maybe Burrow could come into play Morphs and Overseer. The Queens, I mean, they could come and help out and make sure that he wins, but it looks like he will win regardless. He's having a little more trouble maxing or getting units. Not really maxing out anytime soon. Oh, these are gonna die. But only a little. Yeah, there we go. Does come up here. And now the 2-2 is going to finish, so that's not gonna be great for Ragnarok, who's only gonna be on the 2. Now he got 2 Evo Chambers, but did not get the +2 Carapace. He goes in again, but that timing is no longer there. +2 finish, +2 Carapace is also about to finish. That timing is gone. He does actually, ooh, he slips, I don't know how he did that, I thought there was an overseer there. They get, well, most of them get caught. Usually the most effective way to do it is, of course, in the natural, in the main, and also attacking the 3rd, but so far handled very well by Penguin. You should put an overseer at every base, like if you're dealing with DTs, pretty much. Ragnarok comes in again. Still down 1 upgrade, but I think he has more roaches right here. Of course, Penguins is all types of split up trying to deal with Ragnarok's own roaches. It is so even. Oh my god. 40 to 35. Penguin is actually the one dipping down faster as his roaches are still coming. They're dealing with burrowed roaches. Oh no, he pushes him back again. This defensive advantage, I think, is the only reason that Penguin is just barely holding on. But behind this, Ragnarok has gotten a 4th. He still has roaches in the natural, dealing some damage, but more importantly, keeping a greater number of roaches back for Penguin. It's very difficult to, you know, say, okay, that was definitely 4 roaches that burrowed in my natural, so let me leave 4 roaches plus a queen and then I'll win. Like, that just doesn't happen. You just take a random chunk. I mean, he really hasn't taken... We've seen catastrophic damage by burrowed roaches. That hasn't happened yet, but I think it is definitely worthwhile for Ragnarok to keep doing this. Again, pushing in here. Not going to work out this time. I think the concave and the numbers were actually heavily in Penguin's favor, but... yeah, he's down an upgrade, but Ragnarok up a base. If he goes in a Hydralisk, or, you know, maybe even starts that +2 Carapace, that would be good. That would be a good choice. But it looks like he just really wants to end it. Actually, gas-starved. He has all 6 gases. I don't know why Penguin is not gas-starved. He's perfectly fine. He's actually mineral-starved. Good use of the Contaminate from Ragnarok. I like it. Did it on the Evo Chamber, now doing it on the hatchery. I mean, roaches aren't really larva-intensive, so you can debate how effective one Contaminate really is. It gets returned contaminated. But I don't know, you can be surprised. Sometimes they do run out of larva. It's an awful feeling to run out of larva when you're going roaches. You're like, really? Come on. But it sometimes happens. Penguin gets his own Tumbling Claws. This is surprising. Like I said, mostly the time, like, one person gets Tumbling Claws, the other person goes Hydralisk. But it's more surprising because it is so delayed. This could be, you know, work to his advantage, though. If Ragnarok does not expect burrowed roaches, he's not going to have overseers everywhere. Whereas Penguin looked like he was a little apprehensive of that possibility. Okay, Roach, good job. You died. Penguin actually is going to be the one getting a little aggressive right here. They are both maxed out, although, I mean, wow, look at Ragnarok's money bank. He's got to do something with it. He can't do anything with it. He's not teching. He doesn't have anything to invest it into, and he's, as I said, usually gas-starved. Oh, it is a surround. It's a good concave for both players, but the surround goes in Ragnarok's favor. Will the +2 Carapace be what pushes Penguin to the win, though? This is really important. He can't really retreat out of this, and actually... Oh, the roach numbers are heavily in favor of Penguin. He's actually doubling the roach count of Ragnarok. And Ragnarok, he doesn't have any more tricks. Like, Burrow's not going to help you with overseers of your army and your opponent's roaches inside your base. He's finally using that bank that he has, but Penguin also had, you know, enough of a bank. He's already maxed out. Ragnarok's only at 150. He's coming out piece by piece. This actually might just barely be enough to take care of this first wave, but look at what's coming across the map. That looks like ant trails right now for Penguin. Yeah, and this time he gets like the really odd-looking surround, but a surround nonetheless. And both have burrow, so they can try and micro as much as they both want, but just win out for Penguin. Ragnarok, I think his game plan here was to try and just bully through. Maybe he didn't notice he didn't get +1 or +2 Carapace, or that was on purpose. He just wanted to try and end it, but it did not work. Penguin held pretty steadfast. Good defense. And, well, when you're below 100 supply, yeah.